Stealing an idea from Tom Scott. This is a prediction of a future, not the future. I don't know. It's January 2022. I might as well give out an idea of what I think is going to happen. I'll do 5, 10, 15, I guess. 5 years, TikTok will be shut down, YouTube Shorts will be shut down, short form video will not be gone. Short form video, by the way, is what you see on YouTube Shorts, what you see on TikTok, Vine was short form, Instagram posts are short form, all of that stuff, short form video. That's going to get second wave in the next 5 years. Not second wave, second form. YouTube will figure out how to monetize it properly. That's what YouTube specializes in. Figuring out how to monetize videos. One way to get people on their platform. Google will separate that off into a different app. It'll be named something dumb because Alphabet. It won't work super well. It never does. But it'll be there to stay. Audiobooks and ebooks will start being donated to voice banks. This is something I hope will happen in the next 5 years, if they already aren't. Voice banks, by the way, are recordings of either a specific person's voice or generic voices that people can do as a way to let you use stuff like Siri or Apple or Alexa, that's her name, with a different voice. So it's not just that robotic, vaguely female one. And there'll be people bitching about politics, because there always is. In 10 years, the new big host of short form video won't be Google's new app. It'll be something on Apple. Apple's not great at coming up with ideas anymore. They haven't been for a while, but they've gotten good at refining them. Apple loves packaging everything into neat little squares and shipping that off. Apple will go through a backlash in the next 10 years that it's already going through now about prices, about the ability to repair, and other things like that. Apple will start, as a response to this, in heavy quotations, grassroots movement within Apple, where going back to the basics, where it's a better computer for less. It'll still be the most expensive thing on the market, but it won't be $1,000 for a computer stand. And they'll start hiring more research developers. This isn't actually in response to anything, in response to the repair movement. Instead, it's just another effort to keep us the biggest corporation on the planet. Which, yes, it's at the very least the most profitable company on the planet right now, despite what most people think about Tesla. Tesla only looks bigger because they have fewer shares. so each is worth more. Apple has a couple billion shares worth a few $100s, equaling out to something like near $1 trillion. Closer than Tesla is, actually. That's beside the point. Another hope that will happen in the next 10 years. Sorry. Disability payments will become more common. Mute people do customized voices based off of voice banks, and a much faster, almost instantaneous transcribing process will be set up on a set of glasses to quite literally subtitle everyone around you. This will be something that was originally meant and is primarily used by deaf people, but is also just kind of a novel thing that people will use as a dumb thing sometimes. Like the Snuggie. American politics will be, after recovering from 2020 and the Trump presidency, will begin shitting itself again. Because what else do you expect? Neither Americans nor politicians do well with long periods. Climate change will be at the nicest it's ever been, but that doesn't mean much, because we're still all going to die from it. Nuclear power will be slightly more common. Solar power will be slightly more common. The oceans will only be half as dirty, though, because people keep reinventing Mr. Beast's 2022 Seas movement as a way to clean it up. Most people do it for clout. A few people are doing it because they actually care. People on Twitter are attacking the ones who are only doing it for clout, but that's not going to stop anybody. It'll be revealed that some current politician actually raped some teenager. People will get angry with her about it for like 3 months, then no one will care again. That's how it always happens. Uh, 15 years from now, there will be a new form of video instead of short form or long form. I'll finally decide on a proper video channel name, and people will pass off whatever the new form is as just a fad, only to be surprised when this new format starts popping up everywhere, because this is how it works. I'd be surprised if this actually does take 15 years, though. New formats are always popping up. Only one has to catch on. Also, in the next 15 years, after short form takes over as the most common form, just by sheer weight, there'll be a resurgence of long form videos as all the big creators from the short form video creators realize, hey, I've got more than a minute's worth of ideas, so I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and sit down in front of a camera and talk like YouTubers do. Some of them won't make it, some of them will. There'll be new famous people. Whatever. 15, AR will now be common enough and easy enough that you'll be able to start. What is that guy doing? Oh my god, he's gonna crash. Not my problem. AR will now be. Why are you making an illegal left turn into oncoming traffic, dude? What the fuck? Nope, ignore that. He didn't crash, he's fine. AR will now be common enough that it's being integrated into more and more platforms, and that will probably be the newest form of video. Actually good AR videos. Some will be short form, where you can just dump into a place and look around. Some will be new form walking videos, where you get to actually walk around a city. Some people will be put on treadmills, where you can take the sensation of walking, and this is how a lot of fitness moms will start doing their daily walks. So that the rich ones can brag, oh, I took a paid tour of, I don't know, the Vatican yesterday. Such a beautiful little city. Or something. Another big thing in the next 15 years, we'll switch to a more carryable and easier to use setup than phones. It'll be something that'll be easier to carry around, a little simpler, a little weirder looking to us that are older, because at this point I'll be what, 40? Who knows? But who knows what this will be? I doubt it'll be a watch thing or an eye-based thing, like a lot of people seem to think, because those are being tried and those are failing right now. At this point, low-tier AIs exist properly, and there is, as there always is, political shit about it. Personally, I support AI's rights, just like I support LGBTQ rights. Sorry, my mouth is drying out from talking so much. And storms across the world are getting worse because it's been 15 years and climate change is about as bad as it is today, just slightly different now. Coal is on its dying breath, but as a result, they're doing worse and worse practices to make sure they're always relevant. Electric cars are now the most common, but you'll still see quite a few gas-based cars. A new competitor to Tesla will show up as with electric vehicles as their primary mode in about the next 12 years, and will just be getting big in 15. Ford will figure out electric trucks, and that will be their only selling point, just like their normal trucks are now. Mercedes-Benz still prides themselves on being classic cars and are the biggest gas-based cars still selling. Yeah, there's 5, 10, and 15-year predictions. Maybe I'll come back to this at those periods. Maybe I won't. maybe if I had been smarter and started this channel in 2020 like I wanted to, didn't work out super well for 2020 reasons. I could have done this then, so I could hit, consecutive points of 2025, 2030, 2035. But I didn't. So instead, it's going to be what? 2027, 2030 to 2037, which are kind of awkward to say. Then again, 2030 is awkward to say. It only sounds more natural because 2030 is an actual thing. But, I don't know. Thank you for listening, if anyone's even listened.